He fought as an American Indian. During that time, American Indian wasn't even a thing. During that time, these are the terms. Spaniards were obviously Españoles. Indigenous people were Indios. African people were Negros. Spanish and indigenous mix were called mestizos. Spanish and African mix were called mulatto. Indigenous mixed with African were called sambo or lobos. The list continues as to who mixed with who. There is no American Indio or American indigenous at the time. So any indigenous person that fought in that war is a descendant of the many tribes that were in Mexico. Native Americans used to run freely through the Americas. When I say Native Americans, I mean anybody that's indigenous to the Americas. Because our history has been whitewashed and erased. We can't know what indigenous tribes fought in what battles and in what wars. The indigenous tribes that have been able to save all their history, that's the only way we can find out, but not everybody has that luxury. A lot of Mexicans that are mad because of the video that I made and have been coming at me sideways because they don't want to accept the fact that we're mixed. We're not just mestizos. We were also mulattos and sambos and lobos. All this was defined by the Casta system that the Spaniards made during that time because they were trying to encourage people to marry light-skinned because the whiter your skin, the more class you had, and the darker the skin, the less class you had. And that is why to this day we have a lot of classism in Mexico. And with classism comes colorism. Cinco de Mayo was a battle, not a war. It was a battle within the French-Mexican War. What I stated about the indigenous and the Afro-Mex coming together is taught in las primarias in Mexico and in the universities in Mexico and in the United States for Chicano studies. I've attached a book for you guys to do your research if you'd like to learn more. But just because it hurts your feelings and you don't want to accept the fact that we're mixed somewhere down the line doesn't make it not true. That's the internalized racism within you that you don't want to let go of, because that's what our colonizers did to our families generations back. And it's on us to break that colorism, classism, and the racism that we have within other communities.